fact that maybe Villa had multiple. I think they said they had multiple times when they broke that rule. So who knows? But
Mm,
yeah, so that's a kind of small part of what's going on. I always think he looks calm. He looks calm under pressure. Does
mm,
slots even though they were losing. But yeah, he's got to face up to the fact that maybe the magic dust which sprinkles over a team when they got great momentum and they're heading towards the league title, which they did last year, when that starts to break a bit and they lose that confidence. I mean, Van Dijk, we both know, is a great player, but I've
mm,
seen him caught out more than once now against opposition. Whether he's lost a yard of pace, I don't know. Great
mm.
defender, great captain, but maybe he's recognising they've got a different team, different players, and again, it's taking them a while to gel together.
Wow. Okay. Now you did mention a very good point when you was talking. You said that Liverpool didn't play particularly bad, and that's true.
No.
Anybody that watched the game knew that, and the statistics seem to back that as well. I think the ball possession was 68 to 32. I think for and in favor of Liverpool. Shots on goal were higher as well in favor of
Mm.
Liverpool. Shots in particular, not particularly at goal, corners, all were in favor of Liverpool. Um, and when you see the pace of the game as well, possession was in favor of Liverpool. So
Mm.
everything except the scoreline was in favor of Liverpool. Do you think they were just unlucky? Or Manchester United was just lucky?
Well, I wouldn't say luck really. Well, luck always comes into a game, I guess, but I wouldn't think there was anything obvious lucky. It was quite interesting to see Manchester United. They seem to have a fresh determination about them. Um, Difficult to say because you can think of some of their games last season where they seemed to be all over the place. They weren't coordinating together. One thing I noticed again on Sunday, and I think Bruno Fernandes is an excellent footballer. He's brilliant, and I always think last season, even though they were struggling, he
Yeah.
everything revolved around him. He was always the guy, the go-to man in the midfield, linking defence and attack and so on. He scored the penalties he took. Great passer of the ball, great vision, great football brain. I've sensed on the few times I've seen him this season he doesn't quite look on it. He's not taking the game, if you like, by the scruff of the neck. He's not so influential. Now that may be, I don't know. Casemiro was playing on Sunday. He's a very good midfielder, of course. Um, but I feel Bruno is perhaps not. I don't know. He's not quite as good as he can be. Ironically, though, the performance on Sunday overall was very, very good. There seemed to be a confidence in the team, in defence, in midfield, in attack. Because Maguire scored their winning goal, I think, didn't he? And he's very
Mm,
good at coming up for those set pieces, those corners and free kicks.
mm,
So they've got key players in key positions. But quite the difference, I mean, they've got some new players, I know, in the close season.
mm,
But I don't know really what the difference is because Amarim is still the manager. He strikes me. I've always said he strikes me. He knows the game. He seems to have confidence. He doesn't seem to panic. But he got them playing very well on Sunday. Now, whether the fact that there's the rivalry, any clubs with rivals, they will always sort of like local derbies. There will be a more robust encounter, and I think Manchester United, they were probably they would have been inspired going to Liverpool. Their arch, not going to Liverpool. Their arch, not arch enemy, but they're great rivals. It almost becomes a bit of a cup final. So that in itself can make quite a difference to a team that otherwise is not playing that great. But you'd have to say, I kind of thought that game might have been a draw, looking ahead on it. But on paper, really, most people would probably have said, given recent form, etc., that Liverpool would have edged that game. I know they've lost the last three games before that, but no, it wasn't to be. Manchester, they seemed well competent. They seemed into the game, and I agree with you about the statistics. I mean, I was going to say on balance, I think Manchester United deserved to win just about, even though, as we said, Liverpool didn't play badly. But I just had a feeling that there was a more of a confidence. They were cohesive, Manchester, and that paid off in the end.
Mm.
So yeah, I think it was probably a fair result, and it won't do Liverpool any harm now to, go back to the drawing board, having lost I think three on the trot,
Mm.
and see what they can do, see where they're going wrong,
Mm.
and move it forward from there. Perhaps I can see why they want Mark Gahey, and they will probably get him in January, because I think they just need now bolstering in that defence. And although I'm not criticising any of their players, Konate, Van Dijk, Gomez when he comes on, Mark Gahey is a young, brilliant footballer, and I think he would fit into a Liverpool team very, very well.
Mm. Right. Okay, so we've talked about the Liverpool side of things. Now, here's a quote from Wayne Rooney. He said, huge credit to Ruben Amorim. He got the tactics versus Liverpool spot on. Now, we've always been talking about, we've talked a lot about the Ruben Amorim's tactic when he played, especially when he played City and lost by 3 goals. Was it 3 goals or 2 goals? But anyway, lost to City. And we thought, whoa. And he said something about, oh, the players just didn't know, what to do. And I thought, well, you're the manager. You're supposed to have pre-informed them what to do. But anyway, now Wayne Rooney is saying he's got his tactic. Now, what is this tactic that Ruben Amorim, is it his tactic that's worked, or his determination to win?
Yeah. Well, I guess from a manager's point of view, a coach's point of view,
Mm.
it has to be more to do with the tactics. Obviously, determination and the psychological elements of the game will translate hopefully to the play.